Good morning students. Hope all of you are doing well. In my last video, already I have discussed about what is multiplication by using a grid method and long multiplication method. So those things I have discussed in my previous video. So today I will start the fourth part of the chapter 2, number operations. So today I will discuss division. So I know already in the lower class you know how to do division, but here I will discuss you how to do division for large numbers. Okay, so let's start. So student, in this chapter we will learn how to divide 4, 5 and 6 digit numbers by using a 2 and 3 digit numbers. But before start, let us revise the division of 3 digit numbers. Okay, so here I am taking one example. The first example is our divide 286 by 3. So for this, what is your first step? So first step you have to draw division box. So see here, already I have drawn the division box. So what you will write in the division box? So you have to write what is the dividend. So you write the dividend inside the division box. So here actually the dividend is 286. So 286 you write here. And here we divided 286 by 3. So here 3 is divisor. Okay, so 3 you have to write here. So division you write down the outside the division box. So this is the outside of the division box. So what is the dividend? So this you write down. So you write here. So this is actually divisor and 286 is dividend. Okay, so now you start do division. So at first you check that you decide if the divisor can go into the fastest digit on the left of the dividend. So what is the first digit in the left of the dividend? Is 2. Okay, so in our case the first digit is 2 on the left of the dividend, or that is in 100 place. So if you count this 1 place, 2 place and ones, tens and hundreds, so the digit 2 is in 100 place. So the divisor 3 does not go into 3 because the divisor is 3. So this is 3 is the 3 is greater than 2. So it is not possible to do division. So for this you have to go to the what is the second digit on the left of the dividend. So the second digit is in 8. So now you check the divisor. It go into the first and 2 digit means 29 on the left of the dividend. So is it possible? Because 28 is greater than 3. So easily we can do. So now you check 3 into 9. So is 27. So you write here 9 here and you write the 27 here. So when you subtract 27 from 28, so what you will get? So that the difference is 1. Now you see that what is the next place? What is the digit is there in the dividend? So 6. So as usual you put 6 here. Now you have to check that the divisor 3 is it go into the next 2 digit on the left of the dividend. So you see the 16. So it goes because 16 is greater than 3. So now you have to check. So actually our aim will be that will no left any remainder, but you will check that which is the that we will get the smallest remainder. Okay, so or some small amount of digit is left as a remainder. So now you check that 3 into 5, so it will be 15. So 3 into 5, so it will be 15, and 16 minus 15 it will be 1. So you see that here actually the that in case the digit 1 is left, and that is actually the 3 is greater than 1, so it is that divisor 3 does not go into 1, so that's why that is left 1. So what is 1? See, this is actually the remainder. And that 95, so this is actually what is this? This is a quotient. Okay. Okay, so now you see this is dividend, this is a divisor, and this is a quotient, and this is remainder. So how can you understand your division is correct or wrong? So that is the another way. So that is how can you check that your answer is correct. So how to check? So the formula is divisor multiply with quotient plus remainder. Because you see one thing, this is divisor, this is a quotient, this is a dividend, this is a remainder. So if you multiply 95 by 3 and then plus that remainder, so that you will get this one, because whenever you divide, so when it multiply with this, so and plus 1, so then you will get this. So that way you can check is it is matched with the quotient, is the deviant or not. So it will equals to deviant. Okay, so you just instead of divisor you write down 3 into 95 plus 1, it equals to, you check 3 into 95 how much is it. So 95 you write and 3, so 3 into 5 is 15, 5 here, 1 carry is in your hand, so 9 into 3 it will be 27, 27 plus 1 is, it is 28, and plus 1 is here, so when you add, so it will be 286. So you see this is matched with deviant 26, so whatever you will get 285 plus 1, then you will get 286. Okay, so so how can you write the answer? So thus 286 divided by 3 equals to 95 quotient and 1 remainder. Okay, so that way you have to write the answer. Okay, so let's see here in the book. So to recall the technique of dividing a number called division, so see this 1234, so these are the this is division and 7 is the divisor. By long division method, let us divide 1234 by 7 as follows. Okay, so here you see this the first digit is 1 on the left of the division, and that is in thousand place. So divisor 7 does not go into 1, so divisor does not go into the first and 2 digits. Now you check the 12. So again if you take that because the 7 is does not go into 1, so now you have to check what is the next digit. So it is 2. So now you take 12, so and now is the 7 is go into 12, so that's why, so 7 into 1, because if you take 7 into 2, so it will be 14. So 14 is greater than 12, so it is, we will not take 14. So now you check that which one is the below of 14. So only that 7, when 7 you multiplied with 1, then you will get 7. So 7 go into 12. So now you subtract 7 from 12. So 12 minus 7 equals to 5. Now you check what is the next digit. Okay, so now you check. So now what is the remainder is left is 5. So now you just next digit the bring down. So in tens place, so 3. So now you check that 7 is is go into 53 or not. So yes, it is go into 53. So 7 into 7, so 49, and 49 is less than 53, so it is okay. So 53, because one thing you keep in your mind whenever I discuss about the subtraction, I told you we cannot subtract a large number from a smaller number. So 53, we can subtract 49 from 53, so that the difference is 4. So now you next digit is bring down, and now it is 44. So now you check that 7 is go into 44 or not. So yes, it is go into 44, because 44 is greater than 7. And now you check which 7 will multiply with which digit, and that is not greater than 44. So you see that 7 into 7, it will be 49. So we cannot take 49, because 49 is larger than 44. So we take that which digit is the digit that number which is smaller than the 44. So 7 into 6, so it is 42. So 42 is smaller than the 44. So 44 minus 42, it will be 2. So you check now that 7 does not go into 2, because the 2 is less than 7, and then the 7 is left as a remainder. So note that in the division we obtain quotient 176. So this is the quotient, and the remainder is 2. So further we note that long division is an algorithm, means the method for dividing one number by another number smaller than the first, obtaining the quotients one digit at a time. Okay, so that things you keep in your mind. So that is already you know from how to do the division. But what is the technique of dealing with long division sum? Okay, so there are the step by step techniques is given here. So you check the this example. That is a 2979. So how can you divide the 2979 by 33? So here actually that deviant is 2979, and divisor is 33. So the first step, as I told you, that write the deviant inside the division box. So at first you draw the division box and write the deviant inside the division box. So that our second example is, divide 2979 by 33. Okay, so at first you draw the division box. So inside you write down the deviant, so 2979, and outside of the division box you write down the divisor. So now you decided if the divisor can go into the farthest digit on the left of the deviant. So what is the digit in the left of the deviant is 2. So in our case the first digit is 2 on the left of the deviant and it is in the thousand place. So divisor 33 does not go into 2, because the 33 is greater than 2, and division does not go into the furthest 2 digits. So if whenever you take the first the left side first digit, and because of the 33 is greater than 2, and that's why 33 does not go into 2. So next our target is that you check the first 2 digit. Okay, so 29, now it is 29. So again that 33 does not go into 29, because the 33 is again it is larger than or greater than 29, and divisor does not go into the first 2 digit 29 on the left of the deviant. So think of the firstest of 3 digit of the deviant. Now you have to check the 3 digit of the deviant, and now it is a 297. So now it is actually that go on the repeating this step till the divisor goes into the number from, so 33 goes into 297, because you see here 297 is greater than 33. And now you check that which way we can do and do the division. Okay, so write the digit 9. So if you multiply it with 33 by 9, then you will get 297. And you see here, now if you subtract the 297 from the 297, so what is the difference is left? It is 0, because they are same number. So when you subtract the number from a same number, so then you will get the difference is 0. So that is option. So now you check what is the digit is next. So that is 9. So just you bring down the digit, next digit 9. So bring down the next digit 9 of the division and write it along with the remainder 0. So now here actually the remainder is 0, and just you bring down the next digit 9 of the division and write it along with the remainder 0. So now the number is 09, and now 33 goes into 09 only 0 times. So we write 0 in the quotient. So you only write down that 0 only here, then you will get how much is it, because 9 is less than 33 and 33 is greater than 9. So we cannot perform division further. Okay. So here we have to stop. Okay. So so in a division sum, go on the repeating step till all the digits of the division have been brought down and finally get the quotient and the remainder. Okay, so this is our quotient and this is the remainder. Okay, so that way you have to solve the question. Okay, now you see that is very important things is given here, that is this Euclid statement. So Euclid is that very famous Greek mathematician Euclid. So long ago, long time ago, the Greek mathematician. So because this is a that Euclid actually, this is a scientist who research on maths. Okay, so that's why he is a great mathematician. Okay, that's why we can say who actually research on maths. So those people we say that what we are using, those people that mathematician. Okay. So we long ago Greek mathematician Euclid stated, given two numbers a and b such that a is greater than b. So if you take two numbers a and b and that a is greater than b, then there exist unique numbers p and r such that a equals to b into q plus r. Okay, the four numbers that appear in Euclid's statement have been given a name. So a is a deviant. So actually it is whatever you know, that just that things actually I have discussed in the first example. So deviant equals to division into quotient plus remainder. Same things. If you consider that quotient, the deviant as a and division as b, and q is called the quotient and r is called the remainder. So what is actually it is a equals to b q plus r. So deviant equals to division multiply by quotient plus remainder. Okay, so that's things already I have written here, and how that is the way to check your division is correct or wrong. So to verify the statement, let us take a equals to 178 and b equals to 73. Note that here a is, so you see here 100, so he is already mentioned in the statement that a is greater than b. So you check one thing, 178 is greater than 73, and then we may write 178. So here actually 178 acts as a deviant, because we know already is mentioned that a is called the deviant. So it is a deviant, and 73 is the division, and 2 is the quotient, and plus 32, the 32 is the remainder. So if you do this division, the same things you will get. Okay, so not only that example, if you take the any another example also, but you always keep in your mind one thing, then a should be greater than b. Okay, so that way you can solve, and that statement actually the given the great Greek mathematician Euclid. That's why that statement is called Euclid statement. Okay, so the computation of the quotient and the remainder from the deviant and the division is called division. Okay, so the example number 12, fill in the blanks in parts 1 and 2 as done below. So you see here that if a equals to 7 and b is equal to 3 and then q equals to 2 and r equals to 1, since 7 equals to 2 into 3 plus 1, given values are correct. Okay, so now you just write down one thing, that a equals to 17 and b equals to 3, then q is equal to how much. So in this case you just do like this way, you write down, you do. So this is example number 12 and question number 1. So a equals to is given, it is 17 if, and b equals to 3. So what about q and r? Okay, so for this actually you write down the 17 in division box, and your division is here. So you say if you consider the firstest digit in the division, so that is the 3 does not go into 1, so that's why you have to take the first 2 digits. So 17, because this is a 2 digit number, so no more digit are left after 2. So you say, so now you check the 3 into 5, so it will be 15. So 5, that 5 you write down in quotient place. So 3 into 5 is 15. So what remainder is left is 2. Now you check that 1 3, the 3 is greater than 2, so that's why we cannot perform division further. Okay, so that's why you see here that quotient, this is our quotient. So quotient is actually, so if this, so then how much? So q equals to, your answer should be q is equal to 5 and remainder r equals to 2. So according to this formula, a equals to b into q plus r. So if you write down here, so since 17 equals to 3 into 5 plus 2, right? So now you check one thing, that if a equals to 17 and b is equal to 3, then q equals to 5 and r is equal to 2, since 17 equals to 3 into 5 plus 2. Okay, so now hope you student you understand how to do this. So second question also the same way, you just do 317, dividend is 317 and divisor is 103, and you have to find out the quotient and as well as the remainder, and you have to put that number in this blank place. Okay, so like this way you have to solve. Now you review. While reviewing different steps of long division method, let us think of a family consisting of father F, mother M, and brother B and a sister. So this is actually the member of the family. So father, mother, brother, sister. So that is in one family. So allot them their respective duties. So what is father's duties? Fix the quotient. Okay, and M mother's duty is multiply, and B brother's duty is bring down, and S sister duty is subtract. So you see the first letter, you see this. So according to that their duty is divided. Okay, so father, the letter is F, so it starts, that's why it is fix the quotient. M, the letter mothers, actually that is identify their multiply, and B brother duties is to specify the bring down, and sister's duty is subtract. Okay, so that way you can use that see this letter, and you can remember the what is the steps of the long division method, because that all steps we will go through it, then we will complete the division and you will get the result. Okay, now question example number 13. Find the quotient and remainder for 9876 divided by 32. So as I told you at first, this is, you see this 9876 is a dividend and 32 is divisor. So at first you write down the number 9876 in division box. So inside of the division box you write down the dividend, and outside of the division box you write down the divisor. So here actually 32 is a divisor, so you put the number outside of the division box. Now you check what is the firstest digit of the dividend from the left side. So the firstest digit of the digit is 9, and you check that the 32 does not go into 9 because the 32 is greater than 9. So you have to check the next digit from the division, and you say check this 98 is greater than 32 now. So the 32 is go into 98. So now 32 into 3, so then you will get 96. So now you subtract 96 from 98. So what is the difference you will get? It is 2. So now with that next bring down the next digit is 7. So now you see that 32 is does not go into 27, because the 27 is smaller, or the 32 is greater than 27. So that's why we cannot perform division further. So that's why you have to put the 0 in the quotient, and again the next digit from the division you bring down. So now it is 20. You subtract 0 from the 27, then we will, what is the difference you will get? 27. So 27 as usual you write down, and the next digit is bring down. So now the number is 276. Now you have to check that 276 is 32 is go through into 276, because 276 is greater than 32. Now you have to check that which we have to multiply with the division and what result we will get. So that 32 is multiplied by 8, so then it will get 256. So now 256 is subtract 256 from 276. So what result you will get, what difference you will get? 20. So now you check one thing, that 20 is less than 32, or you can say 32 is greater than 20. So we cannot perform division further, because that digit that what is the digit is what is the number is left as a remainder, that is very smaller than 32. So that's why we cannot perform division further, and we left that number as a remainder. So this is our quotient, this is our remainder. And one thing I want to tell you, student, so already I have to show you how to check your answer is right or wrong. So for this case you have to keep in your mind one thing: if you multiply that quotient by division plus remainder, then if you get the exact what is the value, what is the number is in division, if that match with that division, then you can understand your division or whatever result you will get, that is perfectly correct, and no mistake is over there. But if it's not matched, then you can understand, okay, yes, your answer, you have done something, you maybe you make any mistake. So here actually the quotient is 308 C, and remainder is 20. And let us verify that by using a Euclid statement. So as the Euclid statement, A equals to B into Q plus R. Here A is the division, and that is 9876, and B is the divisor, that is 32, and Q is the quotient, that is 308, and R is for actually that remainder, that is 20. So you do like this way, divisor into quotient plus remainder, then you check, that is 9876, and that is already matched with the number what is in your quotient as a division. So it's matched, so which is true. So in actual practice we perform the division as follows. So you, for practice, you can do like this way, okay. So that way you have to verify your answer is right or wrong. Okay, so now student, you see the problem set twice E, that question is also given here. Work out the long division problems and find out here the quotient and remainder for the following sum. So already I have discussed how to solve this type of problem. So students, I want all, please you do it, you practice it, and in my next video and I will try to solve few questions in a study material. You please check your answer is right or wrong, and you please do in your classwork copy, okay. And thank you student, bye, take care, have a good day, bye.